Back in 2004, there was a TV show that was really interesting. It had a really interesting concept. It was about a doctor, a bunch of doctors, dealing with kind of the weird case of the week. And they would eventually figure out what was causing all these problems. Started in 2004. And it was fun. It was a real fun thing to watch. And no, I'm not talking about House. Greetings, Dave here, DCP Facts. The show I'm talking about here ran for 20 episodes. And it's funny because it launched at the same time as House. It launched in September 2004 and House started in November 2004. To the point that even when they were asking about when they were making House, or House had gotten popular, someone said, this is now, I'm going from what I remember reading on the internet, someone said, do you remember a show called Medical Investigations? And I went, no, I don't. And they went, no one does. This was a great show. I liked it, mainly because I'm a big fan of Neil McDonough. Some of the stuff he's done recently has been a little bit off, but I first met Neil in White Dwarf. And I thought he was great in White Dwarf. I thought his character, Dr. Driscoll Rampart, was really great. I wish it had been picked up. It sounded like a really interesting concept. It was a made-for-TV pilot that didn't get picked up, but they did show it. So even in the 90s, they showed everything. They made a pilot, it didn't get picked up. Well, here, we'll show it as a TV movie. There you go. So I actually have this on VHS. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, Neil McDonough plays, it's Dr. Stephen Connor. And he is sort of the lead of this group. Now, they played fast and loose with the information on it. They said they were part of the NIH, the National Institute of Health, and the NIH doesn't go out on location and look for things. They also said they work for the CDC. CDC doesn't do that. So they played fast and loose with it, but it was an interesting character. And also the way they played him too, they played him like, where they had it in there, he was like, I guess all the characters at the time, if they were especially gifted, they had this ability to look at a scene and he can then, let's put it this way. In the first episode, people are turning blue and they don't know why. So they track it down to a diner. All the people who were turning blue were from the diner. And so one scene, Dr. Connor's looking around and he's just looking at the diner. And suddenly it flashes back to, okay, people are, oh no, it wouldn't be in the water since someone's drinking water. No, it wouldn't be this, wouldn't be that. And they found where it was. It was saltpeter had been mixed with salt at the processing plant. So this, the owner of the diner, he filled all his salt shakers up with saltpeter, and that caused them to have extra nitrates in the blood, and that caused them to turn blue. This apparently happened in World War II. And well, if the NIH or this group had the ability to look on the internet, they would have found exactly what it was, and we would have had this whole show. Anyway, it was fun. It was more an ensemble cast than House was. Now, I enjoyed House for the first couple seasons it was on. Once we got to the point with David Morse and his corrupt police officer, I didn't like that. I tuned out. I didn't finish. So I only saw, Omar Epps and Chase and the girl, whatever her name was. I never saw the change to 13 with Olivia Wilde and Cal Penn and all these things. I didn't watch any of that just because I got turned off by the whole abuse of power that the David Morse character had. So I didn't watch that, but I did enjoy House as a show. I thought it was kind of fun. So that's something that if you haven't seen, you should try and check it out. I believe it's on some of the pay streaming services, like not Netflix and Prime. I think it's on like Universal Plus or something like that. But I acquired some videos really just found on the internet, and it was going back a long time ago. So like, I don't sell them. So obviously I'm not really breaking any real rules. I've watched one episode of the stuff I downloaded, and I remember watching it, and I have it on VHS somewhere. And yeah, sorry, that was my wife calling. I had to put her on mute. I'm going to call her back right now. But that is a show. If you like a House type show, check it out. It's a lot of fun. Medical Investigations is the name. You have people like Neil McDonough. You had Christopher Gorman. You had it was a good ensemble cast. They work well together, and it was pretty awesome. And I think you should check it out. So I have to go call my wife back now. So I'm going to wrap up this video. So hopefully everyone has a great day. We'll talk to you all. Later.